I am not justifying, nor can I put myself into the shoes of the governor, and with profound respect, your lordships would also examine not what your lordships would have decided with these facts, but whether there exists...
But what the governor can constitutionally decide. We are not going to go into what our view is the situation.
Can you allow me to complete the sentence?
Duty and power of the governor.
Lord, can I only complete the sentence?
And see page 17 now, PDF page 17.
Lord,
hence, it is unanimously, the end of it, what do they say?
Lord, I'm on 15. Can you allow me to read 15 also? Shiv Sena and Bharatiya Janata Party had forged a pre-poll alliance. They sought the blessings of voters for this Shiv Sena BJP alliance, which the voters accepted and voted in favor of this alliance. After the results were out, the Sena severed its ties with BJP and formed an alliance with opposing parties which they fought against. This act of our party leaders had a tremendous negative impact upon the voters and the party cadre at large. As an elected member, I am answerable first to my voters, then to anybody else, my lord. Because 39 members can say that we will vote against the party even at the cost of being disqualified and ceasing to be MLAs. Then the governor is faced with a situation where there would be unstable government which cannot withstand on its stage.
Which means he's going to the disqualification issue.
No, I'm sorry.
That's the problem.
That 39...
Right. All that you are reading up to PDF page 17, where they passed the resolution. The resolution is at page 17. There are two parts of this letter. Two parts of the resolution. First part is, let's formulate it. One, the first part is, BJP and Sena had a pre-poll alliance. One. In breach of the pre-poll alliance, the Shiv Sena teamed up with the Indian National Congress and the NCP. Two. Three, by teaming up with the NCP and the Indian National Congress, the Shiv Sena has militated against the core ideology of the Shiv Sena. Four, that there has been corruption in the government. And five, that there is discontent within the cadre of the party. This by itself will not justify the governor in calling a trust vote. Never. That's what our judgments have repeatedly said.
No, your lordships have said otherwise in Shivraj Singh Chauhan.
The fact that the conduct of a government has gone against the core ideology of that party can never call for a trust vote. Now, what then is in that letter? What then comes in the resolution? Two things. That we reaffirm that Eknath Shinde, who was elected as the leader of the party, continues to be the leader. And two, that we reaffirm that Gogole is elected as the chief whip. Two things. The first part of the resolution has no bearing on a trust vote at all. The first part of it only reflects on the fact that there's grave disquiet among these people that, well, you militated against our pre-poll alliance and the core ideology of the Shiv Sena. That's alien to the governor because they've formed government already. Second, what do? They merely reiterate that Eknath Shinde continues to be the leader of the party in the legislative party. How is this a justification for a trust vote?
I'll just answer that question. Well, kindly come to page 21. PDF page 21. This is signed by 41 MLAs. Well, the difficulty is, we are trying to examine and analyze the justification given by 34 or 39, whether it could have been a justification for floor test. For governor, he has to only examine that, but for this 39, the government would fall. I would rather go for the floor test.
In which case, he is now assuming... No, but you are right. You are absolutely right. You are spot on. There is no difficulty about it at all. Therefore, what the governor is saying is, but for these 39, as you rightly say, the government will fall. Can he look into the fact that but for these 39, the government will fall when exclusion of these 39 is postulated on the speaker passing an order for their disqualification under the 10th schedule. Until that order is passed, he cannot presume that they are going to be.
He is not.
It's a preemptory move.
Lord, I think we are
to say that we remain part of that.
Exactly.
We are not parting company.
My lords are saying the same. My lords,
They say that we continue to be in the Shiv Sena.
correct, my lord, but still we don't
They
support the
continue to be in the Shiv Sena. Then how do you call for a trust vote?
Or what is the apprehension
Lord,
that the government
trust
has?
vote is not against Shiv Sena. Trust vote is against the government, against the chief minister. Correct. Lord, suppose what happens if the leader loses the confidence while members remain. Correct. Lord, now kindly see, my lord, kindly see the flip side of this. Flip side is this. Lord, today there is a government of Shiv Sena and BJP. Now your lordships, my lord, prima facie view is that merely because some people go and say that we don't trust this government, governor should not do anything. Not that cannot do anything. Your lordship's prima facie view is, this is debate, my lord. I hope this is not the conclusion. Your lordships are only
In a dialogue.
Yes, it's a dialogue. Now, suppose today BJP has what, 106 members. Lord, 100 members were to say that we have lost faith in the leader. Even our chief minister, kindly allow,
Right.
kindly allow me to.
So 106 say we have lost faith in Fadnavis. Okay.
Kindly
He was a
allow
leader.
me to.
For a moment, postulate it. Yes, you're right. Absolutely. Exactly. You're absolutely on spot on.
Kindly see, my lord. Would your lordships consider giving governor the power to wait for the floor test and ensure that there is some management where the majority is created? That's the flip side of it.
Mr. Solicitor, you can never allow the governor to ask for a trust vote when there is absolutely nothing to shake the majority on the floor of the house. What is a trust vote for? Do you have the numbers in the house? The trust vote is not for determining who is going to be your leader in the house. No. The trust vote, what is the purpose of the trust vote? In a house of 288, do you have 144? That's the purpose. And if there is nothing to indicate that 144 is disturbed, who will lead those 144 is alien to the governor. It may not have been Uddhav Thackerey. They could have elected somebody else. The INC, NCP and the Sena would have said, oh, we're electing somebody else.
Would your lordships come to page 21? There is a direct.
That is a matter of internal party discipline, you see. That can never be a matter for the governor. Governor's trust vote is where the majority in the house is shaken. And where was there anything to indicate that this...
Page 21. However, as yet another attempt to break out our resolve and arm twist us to give into the demands of MVA government comprising NCP and INC goons, security which was earlier provided, etc., etc. They say, we don't wish to support this government, meaning...
No, Mr. Mehta, if you will look at para 11, that's the conclusion. We demand security. That's all. They don't say we are parting company. Where do they say that? They say, please give us adequate security as also our family because it's
the governor is not, my lord, a court where this prayer was not couched in this manner. He has to, based upon the material before him.
Mr. Mehta, what is being pointed out? What is being pointed out is this communication cannot be said to be withdrawing the support to Mr. Uddhav Thackeray. This is that what happened earlier, what happened that...
What it says, it may say that give us protection, but they say we no longer want to be a part of this corrupt government. Meaning thereby 47 people are minus now
and they
from the magical mark.
What is being pointed out, then thereafter they don't say further that henceforth, correct, we are not supporting this.
If it is a petition, there is no prayer.
For the subjective satisfaction.
Lord, please... Lord, note one difference. It's not legislative party members showing lack of confidence in their party. It's not their internal party affairs anymore. These members are saying that we are withdrawing support from the government. My lord, that's the distinction. And my lord, I would hasten to add, my lord, that this not being, my lord, a petition or a suit, may not have a prayer clause, etc. But Governor, my lord, as I will show from one para of Bomai, from whatever material, if he comes to the prima facie satisfaction, and that test is accepted by my lords, my lord, in the Shivraj Singh Chauhan judgment, that there is loss of confidence by this government, then he can ask, not only can ask, he should ask the floor test. My lord, kindly see para 2, my lord, once again. As is common knowledge, we no longer wanted to be a part of corrupt MBA government. However, we are being continuously threatened to continue supporting the incumbent government without our free will, thus left with no option, etc., my lord. And this is signed by 47 members of the Legislative Assembly, not just Shiv Sena MLAs, but independents and 2 members of Prahar Janshakti Party saying we are withdrawing support from the government. No, it's past and continuous also. That we have already declared that we don't want to support. But now we are being pressurized to support. That's what. Lord, kindly see. All right. And I'll show Lord para 393 Bomai. Lord, from whatever material he comes to a prima facie conclusion that there needs to be a floor test, Lord, he would be under an obligation. We don't want to support this government and therefore give us security because we are being threatened. Second, Lord, what is the fact situation before the governor? And I'll read only one para from Bomai. One set of MLAs, namely 47, saying that we want to withdraw support from the government. One set of MLAs, my lord, or the leaders of the party saying that we will see when you come on the floor of the house. In my respectful submission, I'm posing a question to myself. Would the governor not be justified in forming an opinion that the government has lost confidence? I'm not saying anything. I'm not preempting anything. As Mr. Sorabji, my lord, narrated several possibilities, I'm only asking for the floor test. Maybe they might change their view. Maybe they might sacrifice themselves. Maybe they stand disqualified. Maybe they are persuaded. Maybe the leadership changes. There are several possibilities. The governor, my lord, in my respectful submission, my lord, will have no jurisdiction once he has a material. And what can be the material? Apropos her ladyship's question, my lord, page 393, para 393 of SR Bomai, my lords. It need not be a later also. My lord, suppose in a given set of circumstances, it's in public media, everywhere, which cannot be disputed. All channels are showing something. Lord, I'm posing a question to myself, my lord, can the governor not examine those facts also? But ultimately, he is not just, my lord, when a 174, 175 situation arises, he is not supposed to be a mute spectator. He will have to act. His action would be subject to judicial review. Within, my lord, the parameters which your lordships have fixed, my lord, for my lord's, my lord, future assistance.